Alright guys, welcome to Cosmic Road. There is a new UFO hearing scheduled for Congress this month. Let's talk about it. Get in here, this is Jack with Cosmic Road to talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, of course, I'm still coming at you from the country of Georgia, where my wife and I are eagerly anticipating the birth of our child, which is going to be, if he arrives on time, tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see if he shows up on time or if he's going to be fashionably late. Or heck, he could come any moment. But yeah, all right, let's get to it. UFO hearing in Congress this month from MSN.com. Another round of public UFO hearings are in store for Congress within mere weeks, according to a senior member of the Senate's Armed Services Committee. The new Senate hearing, which could arrive as early as September, follows another bizarre summer of U.S. military whistleblower claims about these baffling airborne mysteries, including Lou Elizondo's revelations that he personally handled an alien implant removed from a veteran service member. It's kind of sad, though, that that's such big news that somebody handled an alien implant, right? I mean, the rest of us are so much further along than all of this. Yeah, there's alien implants, right? So what? Big deal. But apparently that's just huge, significant news. So, okay, all right. It is what it is. New York Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who confirmed the hearing, said it's a priority for me because I think it's very important we continue to make things publicly available. The Capitol Hill inquiry also comes as many American civilians have also reported their own UFO sightings, which Senator Kirsten Gillibrand said she hopes will soon be added to the investigated purview of the Pentagon's only one-year-old UFO hunting office. Yeah, Arrow is really going to get all over that. Just days ago, in fact, witnesses taped what one called a huge UFO with tons of blinking and spinning lights 60 miles from a U.S. Air Force base, U.S. Air Force nuclear weapons base. And we will get to that one after we talk about the hearing. But it's, in Chateau, if I'm saying that right, Montana. And an hour's drive from Malmstrom Air Force Base, the notorious Malmstrom Air Force Base. Again, we'll go over that sighting in just a minute. It's interesting, although I'm still looking for the real, authentic video. Spinning lights, a big craft, people in tears on Reddit over this interesting encounter. Senator Gillibrand expressed her hope Monday that the upcoming Senate UFO hearing would renew public trust in Arrow and encourage the public to report their own sightings to Arrow's UFO hunters. Yeah, and we know that they're like really diligently hunting these UFOs. So I'm not excited about this at all. It's going to be in the Senate, which has done jack, publicly. I think behind the scenes they've done a lot. Obviously, they put the Schumer rounds and the round Schumer amendments out there. There do seem to be active, good-hearted people in the Senate trying to provide some level of UFO disclosure or transparency. So I am encouraged about those guys. But for what they've done publicly, again, it's pretty much jack, right? It's the House that got us the David Grush UFO hearing in the public with cameras, live coverage of the David Grush UFO hearing, of course, with Commander James David Fravor and Ryan Graves as well. Just an amazing historic event in the House of Representatives, and that was brought to us by Tim Burchett. He was the one that led the charge for that. So I have very little hope in a Senate-run UFO hearing led by Kirsten Gillibrand, which is meant to restore faith in Arrow. Yeah, I mean, what's that all about? Why bother? Why bother, Kirsten? But of course, we know, at least Chris Mellon has strongly hinted that Kirsten Gillibrand herself is compromised. He said this publicly in a letter where he gave the hypothetical example of Kirsten Gillibrand being compromised because of her children. Why would he have said that publicly? That is a weird thing for Chris Mellon to have included in that op-ed. That is wild that he said that. Something's up with that. Something's up with Kirsten. Yeah, and now she's pushing, she wants people to have more faith in Arrow. We also want to try to continue to build credibility within this office, Arrow, so more of the public can feed in sightings and have a place and a platform to send information and inquiry, she said, because that's eventually what this office is supposed to do. After a rocky first year in which Arrow's inaugural director, the lovely Dr. John Kirkpatrick, sparred in public with David Grush and others over alleged UFO cover-up, the office spent most of 2024 guided by only temporary acting leadership. I think it was Tim Phillips. But now we have John Kozlowski, which hopefully he won't be the lovely Dr. John Kozlowski, but he will probably end up being the lovely Dr. John Kozlowski. And this is really interesting. This next quote from Kirsten Gillibrand: "I'm hoping that the new head, Kozlowski, will be the one to testify." So this isn't going to be like the David Grush hearing. We're not going to get UFO, real witnesses. We're not going to get that. This is going to be more like when Sean Kirkpatrick gave his progress report. That sounds like what it's going to be. I mean, based on what we're hearing, this is not going to be a real David Grush style UFO hearing where we're going to get real information about UFO crash retrievals and reverse engineering. This isn't going to be the one where we get David Grush's 40 plus, witnesses, right? That's not what this is going to be. That's going to be done by the House, who's doing the real stuff publicly. Again, I think the Senate is doing great stuff privately, and we have committed people pushing legislation further than people in the House are. So, I'm not smearing the Senate, but as far as public progress on the UFO front goes, getting anything actually done, it's going to be the House, probably the Senate, the House Oversight Committee, and that group of people, bipartisan group of people pushing things forward over there. Gillibrand, whose fellow New York legislator, Senator Chuck Schumer, has sponsored a detailed amendment pushing to declassify UFO files, gave a preview of the hearing. The Armed Services Committee, she said, would host a progress report exactly on how many UFOs we've assessed and analyzed, give examples of what we have identified, and to give examples of what we haven't identified. This kind of public disclosure was a key goal, according to Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, so that the community can be kept up to speed about what we're actually doing and what this office, Arrow, is doing. Yeah, so I have no faith at all in this new Senate UFO hearing. It's a smokescreen. It's more BS. But you might be wondering, what about that new UFO video in Montana? A man in a small town, in small town Montana, has captured footage of a UFO and shared the shocking video that made his wife cry on Reddit. Well, don't make wives cry, UFOs. That's not cool. But it made her cry because it was a big silent object in the sky, and she just had a reaction to it. It wasn't actually doing anything scary. Said to have been spinning and adorned with a series of rotating lights, the apparent object flew over tiny Choteau? I don't know, guys. You let me know how to say that word. Home to a population of just over 1,700 people. The videos, along with the original poster's in-depth account of the sighting, reveals how the man and his wife first mistook the unknown object for a meteor. And I can't find the actual video, but I found photos of it. This is the best one. This object right here. There is what appears to be an altered video, maybe the thermal image or something, depicting that event. And here it is. I don't know if this is the original video or, again, if this has been altered. But this is the actual event. Whether it's altered or not. So, it's hard to make out exactly what's going on, but it is, it's a UFO. It is a UFO. in the sky, and the wife had a very strong reaction to it. So other people are talking about it. This event is on Daily Star. You got more pictures of it, and it's got here's one from Irish Star talking about it as well. Montana couple terrified as UFO with rotating red light is caught on camera. So yeah, interesting UFO. I'm glad that more and more people are talking about UFOs, and that this has become more mainstream to talk about. I think that's awesome. I don't think we're going to get anything from the Senate hearing. I would be shocked if we did. The lovely Senate hearing. With the lovely Dr. Kozlowski. Hey, maybe he'll surprise us, right? Maybe he will be the stand-up guy that we need running Arrow, and he will be the polar opposite of the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick. Yeah, the Dawn of disinformation, Sean Kirkpatrick. But we'll probably just kind of get more of the same. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this rough around the edges video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the like button and the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member, because channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.